I was, I actually came to know Jesus when I was, I don't know, early 30s, middle 30s. But I want to talk to you now, give you my testimony, if you like, about a time before that, when I was about 20. And I was I wanted comforting. I was seeking for something, and I met a lady that used to do the cards, and I'd go along to this lady and my cards read, and I got into I opened the paper and saw about this spiritualist church. Well, anyway, I went along to this, and I can understand from that point of view why people go along there, because these people that stand up there, they hear things and they'll tell you things that seem to be appropriate to you. But I can tell you now that however little bits of information that I got, I was never truly comforted, and never in my life have I found that comforting. And I went through lots of things. I looked into astrology, I looked into all sorts of things. I was always looking for answers, but I never got them. Not really, And as I look back now, you can say in hindsight, you look back and you see these things. I never received that. Maybe to last me the night or a couple of days, and to a bit of excitement about something, but not the way that I felt and I have felt since I got to know Jesus, since I opened my heart and let him into my life, and he's completely filled my existence, and I feel the Holy Spirit around me. And you don't, through all these other alternative ways that we're seeking. I mean, I could have maybe gone into church at 20, but when you're 20, you're thinking actually that church is maybe old people in there, or you don't know. But Jesus is in there, or at least hopefully he is. I mean, not in all churches, we know he's not, but in the right environment, in the right church that's alive with Jesus, that there is no, I mean, I've been reading Acts recently, and you look at, that time after Jesus was taken, and the Holy Spirit was out there. But those times with all of those alternative things that were going on with the Pharisees and all those religions and all the rest of it, I mean, now we're much the same. We have this new age, I'm going to call it rubbish, because it is, it's all about, Jesus, we're all Jesus, and all the rest of it, we're all God. It's not true. And the spiritualist church, it's not true. I've been there and I've done it, and I know it's not true, that it's a deception. And, when you're seeking, it's very easy to, for the devil to get in, because you are seeking, which is why you have to go to the right place, not a spiritualist church. You've actually got to get yourself into a live church, or, or find born-again Christians, that are actually worshipping Jesus and following Jesus, because Jesus is out there and he's not always easy to find. When you're seeking, if you don't know where to look, it's a matter of if you're now and you're seeking and you're into those things. I had to be delivered after I'd been through all those things. When I came to Jesus, I had to be delivered, and it was horrible. It's like one of those films that you see where I was, I don't know how to describe it. It was just, like feeling sick and this horrible thing. And I know I had, whatever I had was actually delivered from me. And that was because of what I was into previous. You are putting yourself in harm's way by going through these things. And I just ask you to think hard about this, and look at these other videos that are on here, because there is the way to Jesus through these videos.